In the wake of the Rivers political crisis in October 2023, stemming from the disagreement between Governor Siminala Yefubara and his predecessor and estranged political godfather, Nyesom Wike, the Rivers State House of Assembly split into two factions, with 26 lawmakers loyal to Wike and 4 others backing Fubara. The split led to a series of protracted litigations. The appeal court at one point pronounced Edison Ehie speaker, and at another Victor Okojumbo took over following Ehie's resignation. The Supreme Court subsequently upheld Martin Amewule as the legitimate speaker. The Amewule-led assembly then declared the seats of Okojumbo and his 2 colleagues vacant for absenting themselves from plenary for 152 legislative days.
Give effect to Section 1091 of the Constitution and declare their seats vacant in following factual evidences of their willful absence from the sitting of the House.
After the second impeachment attempt by the Amewule-led assembly and the subsequent declaration of a state of emergency by President Tinubu as a means of intervention, there are indications that the feuding parties reached a gentleman's agreement that the lawmakers loyal to Fubara would be recalled to the House. However, the lawmakers are yet to resume plenaries with their colleagues.
Despite the governor having considered almost everything that should make him a governor, to the peace process, having given everything from critical positions, appointment and everything, local government, having given all, you see that the assembly still refuse to accept those members that they excommunicated from the assembly when the crisis began. And I believe that it is that refusal that has made it difficult, for the governor, to further, go ahead to be doing things with the assembly.
Meanwhile, February 21st has been fixed for a by-election to fill the seats of Kana Constituency 2, whose former occupant passed away in 2023, and the seat of Ahoda East Constituency 2, following the resignation of Edison Ehie, who was later appointed as Chief of Staff to Governor Fubara. However, the question as to why the other 3 lawmakers loyal to Fubara are yet to resume plenary remains unanswered.
The forthcoming election, we are prepared for it. Like I said, we are prepared. We have done all our homework. We are ready to feed our candidates for the election, except the Court of Law says otherwise. That is the only authority that can stop us from contesting that election as People's Democratic Party in Rivers State.
October 2023 was the last full sitting attended by all 31 members of Rivers Assembly, while preparations are in full gear to fill in 2 vacant seats acknowledged by INEC. Boni, Ahoda West, and Opobonkoro constituencies remain conspicuously unrepresented in the State Assembly, despite the Supreme Court's ruling directing that all elected lawmakers should go back and resume their legislative responsibilities. In Rivers, for News Central, Biola Festus.